It's where the big stories live. This is Plus TV Africa, and you're watching our entertainment news program, Tea Time, the morning edition. I'm Tokunbo Tyro, and I'm here with Ife Oshunkeye. We're both here to bring you up to date on all of the biggest entertainment stories. So, Ife, it's World Tourism Day, isn't it?
Yeah, happy World Tourism Day. Same to you.
How in the world is World Tourism Day going to affect me? 101 million people are asking that question.
I think if they found out the theme for this year's World Tourism Day, they would be able to answer that question for themselves, because the theme for this year is World Tourism and the digital transformation. Yes. So, and we are at this stage in this century, in this generation, where everything we do is digitally. We're in a cashless society. Your phones are digital. We're not in that analog age anymore.
Are we cashless now?
Well, most times I don't carry cash around, and I survive in Lagos.
Yes, but
because
not everyone. No, but you can't use yourself as a yardstick.
Well, I'm just saying, at least we are in a cashless society. You go to the petrol, you go to the filling station now, and then you're able to buy petrol using your card. You go to the supermarket.
You're going to start a whole different argument.
To swipe your card. You're able to do transfer on your phone, even to a Bolly woman. If the Bolly woman has a bank account,
but that doesn't mean that the society is cashless.
Well, that is what we are coming to.
Yes, that's what you should say then.
So that is what they're saying.
Because like in the West, I know, like in the West, they are totally cashless. Or should we say they are 0% cash.
Well, I'm not from the West.
But we're talking about Nigeria. So in Nigeria, people are still carrying cash. We are not cashless yet.
I don't know. At least 80% of the people I know right now do cashless stuff.
But they can't, represent...
We swipe black cards, bro.
Yes, but they can't represent the number of people that are living in Lagos, let alone Nigeria. There's so many people that still carry cash.
I know, Tokunbo, this is not an argument.
That's what I'm saying. Let's not even start an argument.
You're saying don't let us start, and you are starting it. So I'm just saying people I know. I don't know about the people you know, because I don't get to buy bolly and corn sometimes. So I buy stuff that I can swipe cards with. Thank you very much.
And when was the last time you swiped your card? You don't even carry a card. Well, let's not go there.
This morning. Yes, this morning. Yeah, when I had to buy fuel in my car. That's why I gave the filling station example.
Oh, I see.
Oh, yes, yes. They actually use POS. Have you heard of it?
Oh, he's cracking me up big time. Honestly, I don't even know where to start.
Oh, yes. This is Nigeria. We have POS.
Lopez, seriously, you need to leave that holiday and come back.
Do you think we're still behind, bruh? Anyways.
Look, if you don't want to face up to the truth is Nigeria is still a long way to go from being cashless. Because in the UK, when I lived there, honestly, we were like almost cashless.
If we go on with this mindset of yours, then maybe Nigeria would never get there.
It's not a mindset. I am of the view that we should state the truth. So that's what I'm saying. You can't distort it.
I am telling you that Nigeria, at least, we're not cashless. We're at least
that's what I wanted you to admit.
A lot of people, no, I'm not going to admit that we're not cashless.
We are not.
The fact that people still carry cash, the fact that people still want to carry cash, everybody's entitled to what they want to do. It's not like when you go
can't use that
to
and say
a
that we're now
store
cashless.
and you want to buy something and you bring out cash, they'll tell you, oh no, we're not taking cash. And we have to swipe. No, they're still going to take your cash. And that is because people are still patronizing with. But someone like me, I can't remember the last time.
That's what I'm saying. You shouldn't use yourself to generalize. Yes. So that's why I say let's not have this argument, because you're still going to be talking about yourself.
We're talking about World Tourism Day. I don't even know where all of this came from. I'm just talking about the digital
I think that's why tea time is such a wonderful time. I think we should have tea.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's very soothing. Perhaps it will soothe our frayed nerves. Yes, we need to cool down.
So we're talking about the digital transformation, and then, a lot of things have changed. A lot of things have become digital. And I think tourism is something that can help the economy, the political.
But do you think Nigeria as a whole is focusing on like its tourism industry or tourism sector?
I think we're doing our best. I think we are trying. We're getting there. Like the Calabar Festival is one festival that attracts a lot of tourists from all over.
The Calabar Festival?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other tourism sites that that you think, or tourism events?
There are places. There are places like the Obudu Cattle Ranch. People still travel in to come and see that.
Yeah.
You know, the Oshun Festival is gaining some recognition, international recognition, and all of that. So, yeah, people are beginning to come. And then we're talking about the what's the name of this? Atlantic View.
Yeah, Atlantic
Yes,
View.
that's another tourist.
Okay.
That's somewhere that
Do
will
you
be a
think
tourist attraction.
you know, when we're talking about globally tourism, when it comes to some of the international countries that we have,
Sorry.
do you think Nigeria will ever get to that place like either the UK or Dubai in terms of tourism?
Well, places like the UK didn't just start today. Nigeria, how old is Nigeria?
Should you be asking, or should you want to go back to school?
Oh, Lord, bro.
You should go back to
Must
school.
you make everything a big deal? I'm asking you, how old is Nigeria?
If you know it, say it.
It's not about if I know it. Well, if
Carry
you're
on
not
with
going
it.
to answer it,
Go
I'll just go on.
You should know
I'm
better,
just going to
Ife.
say, it's not about
carry on.
better. I'm just going to say that we're not the same age with a lot of advanced nations.
Okay.
So we shouldn't expect to be at the same level with them as far as tourism is concerned immediately. I think we're too much in a hurry. We're trying to do world-class stuff when we're not even there yet.
Yeah, so we're trying to do too much too soon.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to our first story, which is the very latest on Bill Cosby, the Bill Cosby saga. The American actor has spent his first night in prison, and he did so alone. So, Ife, what do you think? His first day in prison?
Well, I wouldn't know how a first day in prison would be, but I can imagine it would be frustrating, it would be depressing, and
I'm glad you say these things, because that's why I was saying that it's going to be difficult to watch how he's going to react. So now that you're saying, it's going to be frustrating
to the
and
warden,
depressing.
they said he was in a good mood because he spoke to his wife on the phone, and he was cheerful. And it's a new facility, so it's not like it's somewhere crappy, dirty,
not about the facility,
overcrowded.
though.
No, I'm just saying,
okay.
at least those are things that a prison, even if it's in a mansion, even if it's house arrest, it will still be frustrating and depressing as long as you don't have your freedom. Freedom is priceless.
Exactly. That's why I was saying we don't know how he's going to handle it and how he's going to react. So the facility
And,
itself.
his lawyers are actually pushing for him to be confined in
Throughout?
in another place,
Oh,
maybe
okay.
house arrest or something, thinking
Okay.
that him being in jail he could be a target because of his frail health and all of that. So, so we hope that gets done.
Yeah, but from one of the things that I saw in terms of the statements that the corrections facility released, they were saying, that they were going to keep him there for 1 day, and then they're going to do a number of assessments, and then gradually they're going to bring him into, I think
the
they're going to do
assessment is
like
not going to take just a day, because they say it goes
I'm not
for
saying
months
1 day.
as well.
So we don't know how long he's going to be there for. But what I'm saying is that from that confined
Then
space,
they will make that decision
before he now moves on to, before they bring all the other inmates or him into close contact with other inmates. So in terms of the facility, they said it was worth like 400, or it took like 400 million to and it was opened like two months ago.
In July.
And from the assessments that they're going to do, I think they're going to, I don't know who was saying they're going to give him some kind of preferential treatment. Was it you, or was that like when we discussed it, or you don't remember?
I don't remember that.
Okay.
But I'm still of the opinion that we'll get some professional
treatment, because that's what I was about to say now. Based on this first day, I think some of the things that you mentioned are going to be taken into consideration.
Yeah. But he's having normal prison food. Like he had meatball and rice for lunch yesterday, and so he's living his life like a normal prisoner.
And also, just like the other prisoners as well, and it's entitled to him. He can make phone calls, and then he can get visits as and when he wants. And then, what was the other thing that I remembered? Something that, but for the life of me, it seems to have gone out of my head. Oh, he can do exercises as well if he wants
they
to.
have they teach them vocations. You can do carpentry. They have about 30 classrooms, and then his jail cell is just right. is adjacent to the infirmary.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's a coincidence or it's on purpose, because he has health issues and then he has bad
because
eyesight.
the thing is, even if he's far from the infirmary, they will still get him there as and when he needs to go there. So I think that's just a coincidence, actually.
So let's just hope that's a coincidence, and let's not hope that that's not a stunt for him to start visiting the infirmary.
So how do you think the media are going to handle this? Do you think there's going to be like a watch? Because like they've just taken note of his first day.
Yeah.
Do you think there's going to be like a constant day watch where they're going to be like, okay, day 2, this is what happened, day 3, this is what happened?
Of course not. All of this would blow away as soon.
Like,
I think when the only time this will come back, because the lawyers are still saying they are going to appeal, when this is going to come back is maybe when there's a retrial or something like that. So let's just keep our fingers crossed. And
then what do you think about the authorities? Do you think that in terms of what the lawyers are doing, they may just put him under house arrest? Do you think they'll be likely to like cave in at the end of the day, or do you think?
Well, I think that's going to be dependent on the employees of the prison. If they see how he's faring,
his
if
behavior,
they see if he can survive in there, if he's okay in there, I think they'll just let him.
Then that wouldn't be the staff. Then it will have to probably do with the medical assessments that they do.
No, not just the medical assessments.
Okay, even
the warden. They have to be.
So they're going to take everything into consideration: his behavior and his medical.
Not just his behavior. Like, is he being a target? Is he being? Do you get like? Are people trying to extort him? Are people trying to play on his fame?
When you say that, it's like you think that do you think that he's going to be a target?
I think based on his age, based on who they think he is, and based on how we know or how we perceive criminals to be in jail from movies and stories we've heard from people that have been in there before, you can only imagine that someone would want to target someone like Bill Cosby.
But I think in the prison that he is, I don't think it's those kind of people that would be there, because you know there are different classes. So I think the way they've put him would be people that are either first-time offenders, or even if they have...
You don't know that because that wasn't stated.
That's what I'm saying, but that they wouldn't generally put him there though.
Because they don't put... So we can't say that for a fact.
I am saying that. I'm not saying it for a fact. I'm saying my own opinion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is that they wouldn't put him somewhere where... Because they put them generally in the prison system, they put them in classes. It depends on your level of commitment, or, that they put you. So what I'm saying...
Well, it's a sex offender.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is he will be with other sex offenders.
And you know he's sentenced to life sex offender counseling, like for the rest of his life till
You mean on the register, or...
Yes, he's going to be he's sentenced to life counseling of a sex offender,
Okay.
So for the rest of his life till he dies, he has to keep going for counseling, and they have to then. And then yes, I just found out something. Breaking news. It's not actually breaking news because this broke like 2 days ago. New York is the first state in America to include mental health as a course from K7. Okay. I think that's kindergarten 7 and all. Okay. So I think that's a very, very good development. I think Nigerians should learn from that. Mental health should be a course in our education system.
Okay. Time for a break. When we come back, we'll be bringing you Scoop on Will Smith. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, it's Chai Wakama and I'm an actress, and I want you to keep watching Tea Time on Plus TV Africa.
That money we shoot every person that we know we can shoot. We don't let people die there.
You could have killed us for a long period of time.
Is that time why I carry gonorrhea? I first go hospital first, but it no go. Now I come make that mama.
He just pulled it, he pointed and shot.
What is the soul of a man?
They suffer too much. They suffer too much.
Issues around the Nigerian police, we have to tackle it holistically.
Hi guys, my name is Bisola Ayola and I want you to keep watching Tea Time on Plus TV Africa.
Welcome back. You're watching Tea Time right here on Plus TV Africa. Up next is this juicy headline on actress Garcelle Beauvais, who gets bashed for wishing Will Smith happy birthday using a photo of both of them kissing. Okay, very juicy, I say. What say you?
First of all, people should mind their business. Yes, Will Smith is a married man. Yes, Will Smith is in an open marriage. And this is just a friend. We don't know if that's from a movie role. Will Smith is an artist. Will Smith might have acted in a movie with her where they shared that steamy kiss. And I don't think she deserved to be bashed for that. She has taken down this because of all the negative remarks people were saying about it. And she even had the nerve, and I commend her for that, when someone said, let Jada see this, and she was like, well, come for it, and something like that. So I think people should just learn to mind their business. There's nothing wrong with sharing this picture of an actor and another actress that they could have been on a movie set, and you're wishing him a happy birthday.
Come on now, if you know he's married, you should be able to see what's wrong about it.
Well, I'm telling you, I do not see anything wrong with this picture.
So you don't see anything wrong at all?
Not at all.
Okay.
As long as she's not claiming we're in a relationship, she's just wishing him a happy birthday.
You don't think it's
and
in any way...
if people actually do their research, they'll probably find out that this is from a movie.
Of course, whether of a movie or not, regardless, what they're saying is that do you not think it's insensitive on her part, knowing that he has a wife? So whether you agree or not is different, but now we're saying, do you not think it's insensitive?
I don't think it's insensitive. I think it's just, I think people should learn to loosen up and not be so uptight.
So how would you feel then, for example, if you were married and an actor posts a picture of what they had done in the past?
First of all, before I would get married to an actress, I would know what her craft is. I would know that she gets into movie roles where she has to kiss other guys. Yes. So I wouldn't even let stuff like that bother me. Hold on.
The problem.
I wouldn't even let stuff like that bother me. So on her birthday, if another actor should post a picture of the both of them on set, sharing a steamy kiss, I couldn't be bothered.
Yes, but if the thing is, she's not just any picture. If they have, if they had put a picture, this is a kiss. You don't think it's a slight on the person that they married?
Are you going to try to convince me to see something wrong with this picture?
No, I want you to see how insensitive
I am telling you that there is nothing insensitive and there's nothing wrong with this picture. So all of it is just a society that we live in where people use every slight opportunity to shame you on everything. You're not going to satisfy people.
She's taking it down?
Why do I think she's... Because of the negative comment people are passing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, the fact that...
It's because of the result of insensitivity.
If there are 20 billion people, I'm just saying, on the surface of the earth, and 1.99 billion of them believe that this woman is insensitive, well, I choose to stand out and say I do not think it's insensitive, and I think there's nothing wrong with this picture. It's just a happy birthday picture, and there's nothing I can with you.
So how do you think Jada is reacting now?
I don't think Jada would be reacting anyway. I think Jada would probably even write her a message and be like, you crazy girl. Stuff like that. Life is not so serious. Why do
people were actually talking about where she's from, and they were saying she's a Baltimore girl, and that, she may come across rough, and that, Garcelle should watch out.
Oh no, come on, man. Do you think Jada, come on, look at Jada. Jada is like how old? And you think she's going to have time to be bothered about stuff like that?
She's saying
worse things about Will Smith. She's saying she believes Will Smith is responsible for himself. This was something she said in 2013 when she revealed that they're in...
But this is not about him, though. It's about Garcelle herself and what she's doing to a married... I mean, it's like she's not even respecting their marriage. That's what she's saying in actual fact.
She's not respecting the marriage.
Oh, Lord. On his birthday, seriously.
Okay, fine. Let's just go with yours then.
No, we don't have to. Let's agree to disagree. That's what
I don't want to agree to disagree. I just want to agree with you. Okay, yeah, she's totally insensitive, and this picture should be taken down. She's a very stupid woman for posting this picture. Are you satisfied?
Do you understand when I say let's agree to disagree? I'm not saying we should agree. I'm saying let us agree that we are in disagreement.
Now me, I'm saying I want to agree with you.
By force.
By force. Yes, this picture is very insensitive and does not make any sense. She shouldn't have posted it. What type of woman is she?
Okay, so this is people in America that are reacting like this. How do you think Nigerians will react? Do you think they will say the same?
Nigerians?
No, but we have to bring it into context now. Don't we always bring Nigerian stuff into...
yeah, I know. I'm just saying it like...
How do you think Nigerians will react to this? Because
even some Nigerians had some comments to make. Some Nigerians posted stuff, but do you know what? The moment I saw this lady getting bashed on the internet, I was just like, oh Lord, here we go again. With this same old people just trying to shame you over everything you do. This is why sometimes, okay, for a while now, I'm not doing a lot of social media, but because of my job, I have to do social media. But if I had my way, I'll be somebody that wouldn't even be on social media at all. Because I think it brings a lot of negative vibe most times. And this is one of the cases where social media has brought negative vibe. This is just a woman trying to show some love to a colleague in the industry, wishing him a happy birthday, of them on set and kissing. And there is nothing disrespectful about that.
All right then, Ife, very well said. Thank you very much. Time for
Yes.
another break. When we come back, it will be time for another interesting conversation, but this time it's going to be on Jennifer Lopez. Keep it here.
Hello, my name is Ngozi Nwosu. Keep watching Tea Time on Plus TV Africa. Thank you.
Who am I to query God?
I'm like, after everything I've done.
Most of us are fighting for our personal interests.
Fire started exactly 10:30.
If I wasn't a DJ, I'd be in construction, a mechanic.
I have several children.
If entertainment is going to be our second biggest export in the country now, we do need to invest properly in structure.
I don't know where we're heading. Then I'm reminded that Nigeria has been close to the brink on so many other occasions, and God has been merciful to pull us back from that brink and save this country. It's a big one, just...
Hi, I'm Danola Gray. Keep watching Tea Time on Plus TV Africa.
Welcome back. It's still Tea Time right here on Plus TV Africa, and we're swiftly moving on to our next story. Jennifer Lopez brings former Hip TV presenter Dayo Ephraim on stage while performing in Las Vegas. So I was like, okay, let me have a look at this, and I went, online to dig in and actually have a look at the video, and it was really quite interesting the way she brought him onto the stage and everything, and he was really, really, really happy. So, Ife, what do you have to say?
I think this is a big deal because he's been a J-Lo fan, according to him, for a long time, and he has been famzina, according to social media. He's been famzing J-Lo, sending comments, and then it finally got noticed, and I think he was invited to one of her shows by J-Lo herself, and at that point, he couldn't hide his excitement, so he went on stage. He was really happy, and she called him by his first name. Like J-Lo actually called him, gave him a hug, and they hugged for a couple of seconds. And yes, so I think it's a big deal. But this is not the first time something like this is happening to Dayo. Dayo has once been on the Wendy Williams show.
Exactly.
Dayo he's been, before he even left for America, he's a graduate now. I think he went to do his master's. He's moved to the US now. He's been doing stuff for Hip TV, so yes, this is a big deal, and this is a milestone in his career, getting noticed by Jennifer Lopez. And then in his caption, he also said, "I can't wait to see you again in Las Vegas." That is, maybe he had another meeting, and this could be a window of opportunity for him to do new stuff. So big shout out to Dayo on this one.
But, when I was looking at this story, I saw that online they were saying, that he actually sang. And I was looking forward to seeing, where he sang together.
Yeah, he didn't post that video. I went on YouTube to see that
search
too,
as well.
I didn't see it.
Because I was looking forward to it. I was like, so where did he sing? And everyone is saying he sang.
Maybe that will still surface. We'll still see that later.
Yeah.
He's so excited about this, so I'm sure he's going to post more of this as soon as he gets it.
So the thing is, apparently it's not really done, just for Dayo, that it was all of her fans that she's doing, and she's doing it during this residency that she's doing for this show, and that is all of her fans. I think we've concentrated on it because Dayo is the person we know, and that he's Nigerian. But I think it's a fantastic thing that J-Lo is doing as well, bringing your getting in touch with your fans.
Yeah. Well, the other time he went on the Williams show too, it's not like he was invited; he was chosen randomly. So I think he has his way of trying to get into this contest of being chosen as one of the lucky fans that gets to meet this. So I think it's just one of those type of people that really
Do
want
you
to
by
make
any
their
chance
stars.
think that Dayo is fame hungry, because he seems to be doing anything that would generate some kind of attention? And then what from, let me land before you chip in, because what I think is that, okay, he's just anything that has to do with television, anything that has to do with the media, anything, because I had a friend once when I was living in the UK who applied for almost everything in terms of like reality TV, reality shows, and anything that had to do with TV and what's it called, celebrities and things like that. So I don't know, it may just be me playing devil's advocate, but what do you think? Do you think I have a point?
Yeah, I think it's actually you playing the devil's advocate.
I know you would always say that. You don't ever think I have any reason.
Because I always...
But you do understand. Anyway, say.
My point from all of this is that I see a very ambitious young man trying to focus on his career, trying to better himself.
But this is not his career, though.
Hold on.
It's not his career.
Hold on now, bros. First of all, this guy was a hip TV presenter before he left Nigeria. He's been out there. Now he's in America. He's in America. I say he's in the America. Okay, right now he's in America. And he's obviously trying to break into the industry.
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
If he's doing all of this to get noticed and break into the American, man, kudos to you, man. Ambition is priceless, bro. Keep pushing. Keep doing it till you get noticed by the right people. You never know. This could be the chance for somebody to notice and be like, oh, that guy is Nigerian. Oh, he sounds good. Oh, I think we should get him on this show. I think we should get him to start presenting this. And this guy, you see him on BBC Next and you're like, oh, yeah. Then you'd be like, oh, yeah, can you remember when you said it was fame hungry?
I think you're in cuckoo land. You need to come back down to earth.
Oh, really?
Yes, because you know that that's how it's not how it works in the real.
Do you even take mental health seriously? You can call me cuckoo. What if I'm actually cuckoo?
Oh, good heavens. We're going to have another argument, seriously. But seriously, do you think that's how it works? You know, just from getting things like that?
My brother, opportunities come but once.
Okay.
If you have a chance, go for it. He had a chance to meet J-Lo. Now, he's had another appointment with J-Lo, obviously, from his caption. Now, what makes you think it's impossible? If you think this is...
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's not possible.
Yeah, sometimes that's how it works. Sometimes all it takes is one time.
Yeah, just meeting your favorite celebrities, and that's how it works, just like that.
We're not talking about J-Lo in particular right now. Now, you brought up a subject saying that you think he's fame hungry, he's doing everything to get on TV. And I'm saying, yes, if this is what he has to do to get noticed by the right people and get on BBC and get on wherever it is to be a presenter.
Whatever happened to your skills, whatever happened to that.
Talented, but do you even know about this guy at all?
Of course I do. That's what I'm saying.
If you know about this guy, then you will know that Dayo is actually a very talented presenter and he's doing a great job. And
he's not presenting now. He's not presenting now,
but this is actually helping his career. He's an entertainment presenter. He's met with his favorite entertainer. He's been on the Wendy Williams show.
You met with all of your favorite presenters, all of the events that we've gone to, you know. So how is that going to help your career?
How is that going to help my career? I'm one phone call away from calling any of them. How about that?
Yeah, I can make a phone call. Anyone can make a phone call. Even the guys in the production. The layman can make a phone call. It's not that big of a deal.
It's not that big of a deal because, a layman can make a phone call. Yes, anybody can get onto DK's number and call Tonto DK and be like, and she's like, hey, okay, so who are you? But if I call, I Tonto, I'm Ife Oshukaya, she's like, hey, Ife, how are you doing?
So both of you are on the same level now. Ooh, it never gets any easier. I think you're in the hot seat today.
I'm not in the hot seat. I think you're actually
You're on the hot seat this morning.
I think it must be the jacket. You are the one feeling really hot.
It's not the jacket the last time I checked. And I think that's where we're going to wrap up on Tea Time. Join us this afternoon for a brand new episode of Tea Time. Until then, a big thank you to my co-anchor. He makes me laugh all the time. I think he should be a comedian. And the entire production team as well. I'm Tokunbo Taiwo saying thanks for watching. And have yourself a good morning.